One of the questions that we usually get when working in countries where we would like to get asset declarations provided and not in very limited quantity. We got some interesting examples in Peru where also one of the regional presidents and all his regional office declared asset declarations above the standard. And they got criticized by the central government, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. But one of the arguments that we always hear is that if I will publish my assets, if I will say where I live, if I will tell you that I have 5 cars and 3 cottages, I might get kidnapped, attacked, I will be threatened. Did this happen to anybody in Slovakia? Is this a real threat? Or?
I don't think so, because this information that people are actually well off is circulating in the tabloid newspapers for years and years. So once they publish the information, it becomes only more concrete and you can see the scope, but people are not really surprised. And for example, what we are counting on is that the worst politicians will never join the register. So for example, the authoritarian politicians will not join it because they don't want to disclose the information anyway. But what we are hoping is that based on a face-to-face relationship and a private relationship between us and the elected member, or the citizen and the elected member, we can get a crucial mass of politicians for us to open the doors to make it a standard. And then we will be very happy to donate the software to the parliament or whoever is interested. So it didn't happen.
In Peru, we were fighting to get the private companies, the mining and oil companies, to disclose as part of the EITI process, the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative process, to disclose all their payments, taxes, royalties, this and that. And they used this security argument. No, if we disclose everything, then maybe we'll put ourselves at risk. And our response was, listen, you think organized crime in Peru and kidnappers are waiting for a stupid NGO to run a database to find out how rich you are? They already know. Why don't you just reinforce your security and give us the information? So it's ridiculous to think that...
You convinced them to give?
Partially. The EITI process in Peru is now going to produce its first report, and a number of companies have authorized that their individual information be fully disclosed to the public, and a number have refused because EITI is a voluntary thing. So based on looking at those that have refused, we are going to go into a name and shame campaign. Right. This is a moment that we are going to go into that because we have reached a limit, no, in which we can see that based on voluntary things, some are giving a good example of transparency and disclosure, and some others are taking refuge in the fact that it's voluntary. So this is a case in which we're going to move into a name and shame with names and last names and whatever, but criminals already know who they are and how much money they have. They don't need us for that information.